To share your screen, Prabhu. Otherwise, I can share my screen also.
Yes, Prabhu, I can share my screen. Yep.
Thank you, Prabhu. Yeah, Shid Prabhu, whenever you're ready, you can start, Prabhu.
Sure, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. And happy Kamada Ekadashi to all. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tatra Mudiraet Nashtaprayesu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivas Adi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Dear devotees, we're reading today Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 8. The Lord slays the king of the demons. Slokas 34 through 44. Text 34. Manifesting a full effulgence and a fearsome countenance, Lord Narasimha, being very angry and finding no contestant to face his power and opulence, then sat down in the assembly hall on the excellent throne of the king. Because of fear and obedience, no one could come forward to serve the Lord directly. Text 35. Hiranyakasipu had been exactly like a fever of meningitis in the head of the three worlds. Thus, when the wives of the demigods in the heavenly planets saw that great demon had been killed by the personal hands of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, their faces blossomed in a great joy. The wives of the demigods again and again showered flowers from the heaven upon Lord Nrsimhadev like rain. Text 36. At that time, the airplanes of the demigods who desired to see the activities of the Supreme Lord Narayana crowded the sky. The demigods began beating drums and kettle drums, and upon hearing them, the angelic women began to dance, while the chiefs of the Gandharvas sang sweetly. Text 37 through 39. My dear King Yudhishthira, the demigods then approached the Lord. They were headed by Lord Brahma, King Indra, and Lord Shiva, and included great saintly persons and the residents of Pitriloka, Siddhaloka, Vidyadharaloka, and the planet of the snakes. The Manus approached, and so did the chiefs of the various other planets. The angelic dancers approached, as did the Gandharvas, the Charanas and Yakshas, the inhabitants of Kinnaraloka, the Vitalas, the inhabitants of the Kimpurusaloka, and the personal servants of Vishnu like Sunanda and Kumuda. All of them came near the Lord, who glowed with intense light. They individually offered their obeisances and prayers, their hands folded at their heads. Text 4. My Lord, you are unlimited, and you possess unending potencies. No one can estimate or calculate your prowess and wonderful influence, for your actions are never polluted by the material energy. Through the material qualities, you very easily create the universe, maintain it, and again annihilate it. Yet you remain the same without deterioration. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Text 41. Lord Shiva said, the end of the millennium is the time for your anger. Now that this insignificant demon Hiranyakasipu has been killed, O my Lord, who are naturally affectionate to your devotees, kindly protect his son Prahlad Maharaj, who is standing nearby as your fully surrendered devotee. Text 42. King Indra said, O Supreme Lord, you are our deliverer and protector. Our shares of sacrifices, which are actually yours, have been recovered from the demon by you. Because the demoniac king Hiranyakashipu was most fearsome, our hearts, which are your permanent abode, were all overtaken by him. Now, by your presence, the gloom and darkness in our hearts have been dissipated. O Lord, for those who always engage in your service, which is more exalted than liberation, all material opulence is insignificant. They do not even care for liberation, not to speak of the benefits of Kama, Artha, and Dharma. Text 43. All the saintly persons present offered their prayers in this way. O Lord, O supreme maintainer of those sheltered at your lotus feet, O original personality of Godhead, the process of austerity and penance in which you instructed us before is the spiritual power of your very self. It is by austerity that you create the material world, which lies dormant within you. This austerity was almost stopped by the activities of this demon. But now, by yourself appearing in the form of Narsingadev, which is meant just to give us protection, and by killing this demon, you have again approved the process of austerity. In text 44, the inhabitants of Pitriloka prayed, let us offer our respectful obeisances unto Lord Narsingadev, the maintainer of the religious principles of the universe. He has killed Hiranyakashipu the demon, who by force injured all the offerings of the Shraddha ceremonies performed by our sons and grandsons on the anniversaries of our death, and who drank the water with sesame seeds offered in holy places of pilgrimage. By killing this demon, O Lord, you have taken back all the stolen property from his abdomen by piercing it with your nails. We therefore wish to offer our respectful obeisances unto you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Achit Prabhu. Thank you, Sumran Prabhu. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Vairagya Vidya Nija Bhakti Yogam Sikshashtamekam Purusha Puranam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Sariradari Kripam Vadittamaham Prapadye Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So in this section, we are seeing how Lord Nrsimhadev protected Prahlad Maharaj. So he appeared from the pillar just to make sure that the words of his devotee doesn't go in vain. So previously we have seen yesterday that Prahlad Maharaj, he was preaching to his classmates in the school of Sandanamarka, and the children were very much accustomed to hearing from Prahlad, and they were also learning a lot, and they were trying to practice Krishna consciousness. So this became a news of the town, and then Sandanamarka, they understood that this is a serious matter. If they don't convey this message to the king, then their life will be in danger. So eventually they go to Hiranyakashipu and convey that Prahlad is not only practicing himself, he's not listening to us, but he's also preaching to his classmates. So now this is an additional problem for Hiranyakashipu. So Hiranyakashipu is already extremely angry. And so because of this preaching activity, Hiranyakashipu becomes extremely angry. And so far he's been trying to kill Prahlad by employing others. But now he has decided that, okay, he's going to take up on his own hands. He's going to kill his son with his own hands. So he was extremely angry and hissing like a snake. And Hiranyakashipu was exhibiting, even though he thinks he's controlling the whole world, but his anger is unlimited. He's not able to control his anger. So he's completely under the control of his anger, and he's becoming very much uncontrolled because of that anger towards Vishnu. So now Hiranyakashipu calls Prahlad, and Prahlad tries to pacify Hiranyakashipu, and by being an obedient son, he falls at his feet, he glorifies him, but then it does not pacify Hiranyakashipu. So eventually, Hiranyakashipu becomes extremely angry after hearing Prahlad Maharaj saying that the source of all energies, the Lord Vishnu, is also the source of energy for Hiranyakashipu as well. So even he is also deriving the source of strength from the same Lord, and that even amplifies his anger. And so at that point, Hiranyakashipu, he was asking that you are glorifying your Lord so much. Where is he? You're saying he's present everywhere. And since Prahlad was looking at the direction of the pillar, then Hiranyakashipu becomes angry and says, if he's everywhere, he should be in this pillar. And then he started attacking the pillar with his fist. And there comes the roaring sound of Lord Narsimadev. So the very fearful form that nobody has ever seen, and Lord comes out in his Ugra Rupa. Ugram Viram Mahavishnu Jwalantam Sarvatomukam. So his face is like a fire, and his face is everywhere. And Mrutyur Mrityum Namamyamam, he is like the death for the death itself. So death, even death is actually afraid of Lord Narsimadev. So fearful form. And Hiranyakashipu, because of his extremely egoistic position, so he even thinks that Lord Vishnu has made a plan to kill him. But what is the use? I am very powerful. I will try to fight with him and destroy Lord Vishnu. That was his mood, and with that mood, he starts fighting. And even with a little bit of fight match, he understands that the Lord is very much powerful. And so we can see sometimes you can observe when there is a cat and mouse play, the cat actually plays. Literally, the cat plays. I've seen many times in my hometown village. So the literally cat will actually let the mouse loose, and then it'll wait for like a couple of minutes and then catch again. So it's like they say cat's play. So similarly, Lord Narsimadev, extremely powerful, he just let Hiranyakashipu slip from his hands. And that was actually, that causes all of the demigods who were watching this great fight, and they were actually literally in anxiety. But again, Lord didn't waste much time. He catches hold of Hiranyakashipu, and exactly at the time of juncture between the evening and the Sandhya period, between the evening and the afternoon, that exactly at that time, the Lord kills neither in the sky nor in the land, but on his lap, lap. He doesn't use any weapon. He just uses his nails to kill Hiranyakashipu. And all of the promises that Brahma gives to Hiranyakashipu, he does not break any of them. So that is the greatness of Lord Vishnu. Whenever his devotees promise something, he tries to uphold that promise. So here also Lord Narsimadev upholds all of the promises, and Hiranyakashipu is eventually killed by the nails of Lord Narsimadev. And then that particular scene was being observed by all of the demigods, and they were all jubilant. So they were all jubilant. Like Bhagavatam says that whenever a demoniac person is killed, it brings joy to the whole creation, the demigods, and everybody becomes very joyful. So similarly, when Hiranyakashipu was killed, everyone was very joyful. And at that time, Lord Nrsimhadev was extremely effulgent, and all directions there was like illumination, and he was heavily breathing his agitation. The whole creation was trembling at that time. So it was mentioned that specifically that elephants in the world began to cry in fear. So the elephants are like the huge creatures. You can understand that the majesty of the Lord, that it is creating such a vibration in the whole creation. And so starting from verse number 34, today we'll see how actually the whole thing is being described by Narada Muni to Yudhishthira Maharaj. So starting from verse number 34, he's describing how the Lord with his Sabayam Upavishtam. So Lord actually, after this whole Leela, he sat on the throne of Hiranyakashipu. So generally, Lord does not sit on a throne offered by demons, right? So the demons, whatever the demons offer, Lord does not actually accept it. So how come the Lord actually accepts the throne of Hiranyakashipu? What is the significance behind? So here, Srila Prabhupada explains that Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that even though Hiranyakashipu treated Lord like a bitter enemy, but he was a faithful servant, Jaya, in the spiritual world. So in the Vaikuntha planets. And because of that significance, the Lord accepted this throne. This throne was created by Hiranyakashipu, and Lord accepted this throne, and he actually sat on that excellent throne as an offering, as a loving reciprocation between his eternal devotee, Jaya. So that was the significance here. Otherwise, the Lord does not offer anything offered by demons. So now the Lord right now, Lord Nrsimhadev is extremely angry, and none of the demigods have seen such an exalted form. They were all actually fearful. Now they are all relieved because Hiranyakashipu was like he was putting the whole three worlds into miseries. So Lokatraya Mashtaka Jwaram. So he was like Jwaram means fever. He was fever for the whole three worlds. It's like it is mentioned here, like he was the fever of meningitis. So imagine if you get fever, we cannot do anything. We are completely under the control of this disease. So similarly, Hiranyakashipu was creating such a terrible problems for the three worlds. And now all of these demigods and their queens, the wives, they were all relieved, and they're all being satisfied and very jubilant and in great joy. So at that time they were Prashuna Varshai Varsh Vishu Sura Striyaha. So they were actually showering all the flowers, glorifying the Lord for his wonderful activity, killing this demon who is like a Mastaka Jwaram, Traya Mastaka Jwaram. So he was like a fever of meningitis. So now at that time it was mentioned that the whole situation is being described by Narada Muni, that lot of the demigods who wanted to actually witness and also who wanted to personally be present at that scene, they all actually took their aeroplanes. So they all came. So it was mentioned that Sankulam Asha Nakinam Tada Vimana Valibir Navastalam. So Vimana Valibir, like the aeroplanes, they started rotating. So just like if you look at the day when festivity happens in this material world, Like, for example, the president is being inaugurated. So you can see the lot of airplanes started, throwing flowers. They all, some military come and they make some exhibitions, festivities happen. Similarly, the demigods started rotating the sky with these airplanes. And also they were playing some musical instruments. So it is mentioned here that Didrikshatam Sankulam Ashanakinam. So they were playing all the drums, Shura Anaka Nakinam. So they were playing Dundubaya. So Dundubaya is like the kettle drums. They're also playing kettle drums. And the woman, the Gandharva Mukhya, Nan Rutur Jagus Triyaha. So they're also dancing. The Gandharvas are also dancing. And it was a big festivity. So we can understand the festivity reason is extremely powerful, and demon who was giving suffering, he was killed. So in this planet also we can see when some extremely powerful like for a terrorist or any terrorist organization, when they get actually destroyed, the whole world actually relieved. The whole world is actually jubilant. So because of the auspicious situation created by that particular activity. So now the verse number 37 to 39. So now Yudhishthira Maharaj is hearing. So Narada Muni is saying that at that particular time, starting from Lord Brahma. So it is mentioned hierarchically here, like Brahma, Shiva and Indra, and all of the Pitraloka, Siddhaloka, Vidyadharas, Manus, Yakshas, Gandharvas, Charanas, Kimpurushas, and including the personal servants of Lord Vishnu, Sunanda and Kamuda. So they all actually came on that particular scene, and they just came in front of the Lord Nrsimhadev with the folded hands. They started offering their obeisances and prayers. So they personally came to witness the Lord and also to offer the obeisances. So you can understand the significance. The significance here is, of course, the auspiciousness created by this particular event. It was very jubilant that the whole demigods wanted to thank. They were in gratitude, with a grateful, with that mood, they wanted to offer obeisances to the Lord, and also to glorify the Lord, and also to witness the Lord in such a wonderful form. So they were taking the advantage of that particular situation. So now each of these personalities, starting from Brahmaji, they offer specific prayers, with specific, from that their particular position, their prayers to that particular position is very significant. Like we can see that how Brahmaji is offering prayers, how Lord Shiva is offering prayers, how Indra is offering prayers. According to the reciprocation, according to the situation, they are actually offering different kinds of prayers. And generally, when these personalities come, they offer a lot of prayers to glorify the Lord. And because of so many personalities coming together at one particular location, each of them is offering one particular prayer. At least that's what Narada Muni is describing here. So Brahmaji, now starting with the Brahmaji, he is glorifying the Lord as is Anantashya. So Lord is unlimited, and he's saying Anantashya Duranta Saktaye. So he has unlimited powers and potencies. Is very difficult to measure. So he's witnessing how powerful that Hiranyakashipu was. He was terrorizing the whole three worlds. And now the Lord actually destroyed him with mere nails. And that is the power of the Lord. So he was glorifying the unlimited potencies. And he's also saying Vichintra Viryaya Pavitra Karmane. So he is so you can see that in this fight between the Lord and Hiranyakashipu, It was extremely, um, it's not it's a ghastly scene that is pulling the abdomens and all of that blood coming out. It's not a scene that everybody likes to see, but here it's mentioned as pavitra karmane, so very pure activity. So even when the Lord fights very ghastly warfare, it is to be understood that it's transcendental. It's nothing like the material world we do under the influence of ignorance. And this particular activity is purely transcendental, and Lord Brahma understands. And he's saying Pavitra Karmane. And he's also saying Vishwasya Sargasthiti Samyamam Gunai. So the Lord maintains, creates the universe, maintains and annihilates it. And so that same Lord Vishnu, who has appeared as Lord Nrsimhadev, and he is paying obeisances to that unlimited Lord. So you can understand that Brahmaji is glorifying Lord Nrsimhadev, and he is saying that Lord's activities are wonderful. So in this particular case, he is relieving his eternal personal servants Jaya and Vijaya. So Lord Brahma understands now. So he is glorifying that particular Leela. So now following Lord Brahmaji, Lord Rudra Uvacha. So now you can understand that Lord Shiva is also is the Vaishnavanam Yata Sambhu. Lord Shiva is the highest devotee. So from a devotee perspective, what is he saying? He is actually very much concerned about Prahlad Maharaj. So what he's saying? He's saying Kopakkalo Yugantaste Hantoyam Ashura Alpakaha Tat Sutam Pahi Upashrutam Bhaktam Te Bhakta Vatsala. So he is glorifying the Lord as Bhakta Vakshala, and he is asking Upashrutam. So he's saying that the son of Hiranyakashipu is actually your surrendered devotee. Please, is so affectionate. You are so affectionate to your devotee, so please protect him. Kindly protect him. So Lord Shiva is being a greatest Vaishnava. He is concerned about another Vaishnava's well-being. So he's naturally being affectionate to Prahlad, and he's asking Lord Nrsimhadev to protect Prahlad. So now the word Kopa Kala, the Kala means Lord Shiva, it seems the Bhairava or Kala, and Kopa means extreme anger. So Lord's anger. The Kopa Kala, these two words combined, is actually means the end of the millennium, the annihilation time when the Lord becomes very angry. Lord Shiva becomes very angry, and he annihilates the whole creation. So here the Lord Nrsimhadev is exhibiting such an anger that as if the whole creation is going to come to an end. So now followed by Lord Shiva, Indra is actually offering. So look at how Indra is offering his prayers. So Indra is saying that our shares of sacrifices which are meant for Lord Vishnu is being actually stolen by demon, this Hiranyakashipu. So he was, all of the demigods were actually extremely fearful, and they are actually taken all the planets of demigods, all of the houses and palaces of demigods, the demons occupied it. So now Indra is glorifying that now we are actually relieved. Now our sacrifices, whatever we offer to you, Lord, now it will be in the rightful place. So, and also he is saying that for the Lord, material opulences is insignificant. for anyone who is engaging in the service of the Lord. They do not even consider liberation, and they do not even consider material opulence. So what to speak of Kama, Artha, and Dharma. So you can understand that how Indra is offering. Indra is more centered around the offerings that are offered to Lord Vishnu, and Lord actually protected them by destroying Hiranyakashipu, so they can actually go back to their own abodes. So you can understand that each of these offerings, all glorification of the Lord, but according to their consciousness, they are actually offering these prayers. So now the last two verses, verse number 43 and 44, followed by Indra. Now all the rishis, Rishaya Uvacha, and followed by rishis, the Pitrus, they're also offering their prayers. So the rishis, they're glorifying the Lord about when Hiranyakashipu is ruling the three worlds, he is not letting anyone perform austerity towards the Supreme Lord. So all of that austerities were stopped, penances were stopped. So the rishis were glorifying that now that Hiranyakashipu is destroyed, now all of these austerities and penances can be again offered back to the Supreme Lord Vishnu. So now the Lord is again reinstating the process of austerity and penance. So Lord Rishabhadev says to Bharat Maharaj and all of these 100 sons, Nayam deho dehabajam naraloke kashtanu kaman arhatam tapo divyam putrakayena suddeyat brahma saukyam tu anantam. So he says that tapo divyam putrakayena sattvam suddeyat. So this tapasya or austerity for attaining the Suddha Sattva platform for the purpose of surrendering to the Supreme Lord and rendering service to the Supreme Lord is the right way of performing austerity. And such a austerity now is being restored by Lord Nrsimhadev after Hiranyakashipu was killed. So finally, the Pitruloka inhabitants, now they are offering prayers. So now Pitruloka residents are saying that the Shraddha ceremony, like whenever we perform Shraddha ceremony, the children, they offer food grains to the forefathers. And all of these offerings are not actually going to the forefathers. It is being, because of this demoniac rule, it is not going to the forefathers. It is being enjoyed by the demons, all the Hiranyakashipus, the Asuras. Now, by killing Hiranyakashipu, all of this, again, Lord is reinstating all of these Shraddha ceremony so that the children can offer the food grains to the forefathers. So now so the Pitruloka, they are also very grateful. So in all of these prayers, we can see that they are glorifying the Lord, and they're very grateful that Lord restores the whole situation back to where it was, and they are consequently taking shelter of the Supreme Lord. So Hare Krishna, thank you very much. That concludes the today's verse number 44. Panchakalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyo cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.